So I wake up every day. It's like that movie Groundhog's Day. It's the same thing, the same routine. I got multiple businesses and things going on, but it's still the same thing. I got a daughter. She's in second grade. I get up every morning with her and take her to school, and I get done about 8:10 with dropping her off at school, and my shop doesn't open until 10 a.m. So I don't know, man. I get on TikTok, I get on social media, I catch up with the news. One of the things that I've caught myself doing a lot, and I'm not trying to take nothing away from this, so just hear me out the whole way. I like the stories on TikTok and Facebook when you watch the reels and the shorts and on YouTube where, somebody rescues the animal. It's the raccoon without a mother. It's the dog that got hit and's been on the side of the road for 2 weeks that is starving. And I love them stories, and I watch them so much that the algorithm just keeps producing them because I watch so many of them. But I was thinking about something today. So on my way into work, I was thinking how much I watch them and how much everybody loves them stories. They like to help animals. There's so many organizations. I mean, there's billions of dollars being pumped into this, and it's a good thing. I'm not taking nothing away from it. But on my way in, I'm on Bragg Boulevard and Santa Fe Drive, and it's a little bit of rougher part of town, kind of edge of the Bonnie Doon area. And there's, two homeless guys, and they're getting their day started. They're pushing the cart and all that stuff. And I don't care. I know everybody's going to sit here and say, well, they choose to be homeless. Well, I'm going to tell you what, decisions in your life do end up to things like drug addiction and all that, but there's always a catalyst that brings you there. Just for example, and I know I'm going way off track, but just hear me out. This lady pushing this cart, she might have been sexually abused as a child. Her parents might have died when she was young. Something traumatic has probably happened to her. She might be born with a mental illness like schizophrenia or something, but a lot of times they don't choose to be homeless. I believe that, yes, there's choices made with the drug addiction and stuff, but I think there's always something that brings somebody there. But my whole point is we do all this stuff for animals, and it's a good thing. But I feel like we treat the homeless community and the drug addicts and the mentally ill in this town and in the nation lesser than we treat the animals. And it kind of sickens me. It sickens me. So I got here this morning, so I started looking up, what is available for homeless people in the city of Fayetteville. And I looked it up. And there's a few people, that they're kicking butt with it, man. They've been going for years, the same people. But then I look at there's tons of people doing animal rescue. They do it at their home and all that. Just think about this for 1 minute. Imagine how we bring home a stray animal and take care of it, or at least get it back up, the nutrition and stuff, and get the health up on the animal to where it can be adopted out. Imagine if we did that to human beings. Imagine if we took a human being home, and we fed them and bathed, and got them where they could take a bath and had clean clothes and got their health up, mentally and physically, to where they could get out in the job market and pretty much be adopted by society, be adopted back in, because they're kind of cast away. We say we don't do it, but we do. And it's done on so many different levels. I mean, for example, the city of Fayetteville, they push the homeless to certain areas. And it's usually, poor communities or communities where there's less population. So we don't have to see it every day. They don't want people driving through the town seeing all this. So they kind of just push it. They have these little free zones for homeless people and sort. And I just think there's more we can do. I know it's rambling on, but I just don't have shit to talk about this morning. And this is what's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I mean, I sit over here and all day long, like I was just having a bad day yesterday because I'm dealing with code enforcement because I got some damn cars that are parked where they're not supposed to be. But those are like, that's what I'm struggling with. There's a guy with no shoes on walking down Bragg Boulevard with this lady pushing a cart with everything they own in it. And I'm worried about extra cars I got getting fined and having to deal with the city's bullshit. I'm just saying, I think everybody needs to sit back, think about it. Think about it today. What could you do? It's the little thing. I'm not saying go grab a person that's smoking crack on the side of the street and bring them home with your family and let Billy share the fucking bunk bed with him. Because I know I'm going to get that in the comments. But there's a little bit that can be done. And I know already where this is going to go. Well, if you give them money, they'll go buy drugs. Or if you give them, probably. But think about it. If you ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, if your life is already at rock bottom, it's springtime in North Carolina, so it's cold in the morning, hot as hell in the afternoon. So you're struggling with cold and extreme heat, and it's just it's a miserable existence. I mean, I suffer from chronic pain, and I sit there and think, man, I could just take them pain pills, and feel so much better. Imagine struggling with just life pain. I deal with pain in my back. Imagine having pain everywhere. The pain of not eating, which hurts. I don't know how many of you guys have ever went hungry. And I'm not talking about, I had surgery and I couldn't eat for 2 days. No, I'm talking about hungry. Where you feel like you're going to pass out because you haven't ate. Your blood sugar's so low, you're shaking. You're too weak to go look for food. There needs to be more done. I'm going to see what more I can do and try to get some other people inspired to do some more stuff. And we'll take some shit for it, but I don't care. But anyway, keep up with us, Ralph Unfiltered. We're a little bit behind on things because we're working on a bunch of stuff. I've got multiple irons in the fire. Just got approved for my North Carolina dealer's license. We're opening up a car lot. There's all kinds of shit going on, but keep up with us, man. Ralph Unfiltered. You can catch us on all social media networks and stop by our sponsors, Hannah's Rockin' Gym, 2906 Fort Bragg Road, and Fort Bragg Pawn and Gun, 2908 Fort Bragg Road. See you there.